Hi, everybody. Claudia here from Hugo Coffee Roasters. As you know, Hugo Coffee is a female-founded coffee roasting company with a mission to save animals. In a former life, I ran the Animal Rescue Nuzzleson Company, so Animal Rescue is very much a part of who I am, and we support animal rescues by doing week-long online fundraisers where we donate $2.50 for every single item sold during the course of the week-long fundraiser to a specific organization. And we do this because we want to make sure that the money goes, first of all, we support volunteer-based, cash-strapped organizations, and we want the money to go to the care and rehoming of animals, and we find fantastic organizations nationwide. And today, we're actually with a local organization, which makes us happy, a relatively new local animal rescue called ManyPaws Animal Rescue in Ogden, Utah. And we're here with the lovely Lizzie from ManyPaws Animal Rescue. Hi, Lizzie.
Hi, thanks for having me today.
Thank you. Thank you for what you do, and tell us all about ManyPaws.
Yeah, so ManyPaws is actually Utah County based. Utah County, yep. So we have a few different fosters. One of them is in Ogden, and I think that's where that got pulled from because she's also a board member. But we're all over Utah County, Salt Lake County, and foster homes. We are a small, like you said, newer animal rescue. So we just hit 8 months. So less than a year old. And most of us came from another rescue where we had kind of worked in different capacities together. So we were super excited to kind of come together and start fresh and help even more animals.
That's wonderful. Now, I'm assuming that because you're so new, that you're a foster-based rescue.
Yes, we are. So no brick and mortar.
Right. No adoption centers or anything like that. How many fosters do you currently have on the roster of fosters?
Yeah, I love that question. So we chose to have a small footprint for at least the first year. So our max capacity is 5 dogs and 5 cats. Currently, we're sitting at 4 dogs. All 4 of them have medical cases. And then we have adopted out 3 cats within the last month and a half. So we have 0 cats currently, but we do have one on our list that we're looking at intaking soon.
And when you have, are you specifically looking for like elderly or medical cases animals?
That's a really great question. So our mission specifically states that we're here for the black dogs that are overlooked, the older dogs, the medical cases, the bonded pairs, basically the harder cases for shelters to get out of that environment are the ones that we're looking to help support getting out of that environment. Sure. So we currently do have one dog who's got neurological issues. He's actually at his MRI currently. And then we have a senior dog who's very geriatric. He's a 13-year-old husky who is blind in one eye, hard of hearing, had teeth removed, super arthritic. We have one who was self-harming at the shelter. And then we have one who has some behavioral stuff. She's very picky about the humans that she interacts with and the dogs that she interacts with. So,
and where do you find the animals these animals in need? I mean, I'm imagining you find them from like the Provo shelter or the Utah County shelter, but do you also help other rescues who may have a medical case or an elder and it's not part of what they do call you?
I love that you asked that question. So at ManyPaws, we're very into collaboration and community. That's actually one of our pillars of foundation for us. Currently, we have been pulling from shelters, but we have been working very, very hard behind the scenes to start connecting in with other rescues in the area. We did a Friends of Animal Welfare Feast in December and brought in community partners from other rescues so we could start to build those relationships so that in the future, if it comes across their door or they have an animal that they no longer can care for, they understand and know that we're willing to help support that.
Yes, that's wonderful. It's wonderful because we have another brand. It's called Fluffy Cow Coffee, and that supports farm animal sanctuaries nationwide. And a very big difference in these worlds, even though they're animal welfare worlds, is farm animal sanctuaries. First of all, like nobody knows, not a lot of people are aware of farm animal sanctuaries to begin with. And so those who are, it's a very tight-knit community amongst the farm animal sanctuaries. And I would love to see that be cultivated in the dog and cat rescue world rather
Yes.
than competition.
Yeah.
Like we're all trying to do the same thing. We're all trying to save the animals,
Yep.
and you can't adopt your way out of the problem. So you got to work together and to have the biggest impact you can in a problem that's seemingly never ending, that needs lots of education and collaboration.
Yes. Too many rescues are siloed in their efforts. And unfortunately, I've seen in the past, I've been affiliated with several different rescues throughout the years, and I've seen in the past where that creates shortfalls for those rescues. And so that's something that when we came together as an initial board, we decided right away was something we wanted to eradicate within our processes. And so we've worked very, very hard and diligently to create those relationships.
How has it been received?
Super well, like overwhelmingly well. There are, I can think of off the top of my head, 4 different local Utah-based rescues that we've already created really strong partnerships with, to include having them at our adoption events. We are a smaller footprint. We don't have to only bring 3 or 4 animals with us.
Of
We can
course.
have other rescues come with us and have those animals be seen by a broader audience. And so we've already seen that relationship growing really quickly. It's been really well received, and we've even been able to ask some of these other rescues for support of our own. So one of them, Golden Bark Foundation, they work with senior animals,
We
and we
love
have,
them.
yeah, we do too. And we have, like I said, that 13-year-old husky. And so I actually sat down with Seth, the founder, and said, I want to talk to you about what considerations you have when you're vetting an application for a foster or for an adoption for your seniors, because I want to make sure that we hit all of those marks with ours as well. So yeah, we've already seen it's well received, and we've seen a lot of value out of it.
That's awesome. So you probably, I mean, you probably don't deal so much by virtue of the nature of the animals that you are saving and targeting, being elder and medical. You probably don't deal so much with the vaccinations, the spay and neuter, and the thing that all rescues do.
We kind of do, actually. So
Yeah.
we've been working with a local shelter, and I won't name names, but with a local shelter that doesn't always spay and neuter. And they are one that has been hitting us up quite frequently to potentially pull. And so we have been having to start looking at, like low cost clinics and things like that. And we do in the future want to bring in, a mama and a litter, because that's still a harder case, and they have a greater risk in shelter environments of parvo. I know you personally
Sure.
have a story with parvo with an animal, and so that, I'm sure that's close to home for you. But we've definitely been looking at, how do we create that environment, and how do we keep it low cost too, even if
Yes.
that means supporting our own community.
Yes. So, I mean, I have to say, you get huge kudos because I know you're young, I know you're a newer organization, but you were nominated as as a potential partner for Hugo Coffee by many people, which was really, it's so lovely to see, right? You've been around 8 months, and people are peppering us with, you got to reach out to ManyPaws, you got to reach out to ManyPaws. So here we are, and we're doing the fundraiser. We're all excited about it.
Yeah, it's been great. And like I said, we're huge on collaboration and community. And that doesn't just extend to rescues and shelters, that extends to our own communities that we live within. Many people know that I serve in the United States Army, and it's all about community there as well. And that's no different in this rescue world, right? So all 4 of our board members are very community focused. And so that's probably what you were seeing is our community rallying back around us.
I think it's absolutely terrific. Now, do we have you created any growth plans? Like, do you have a vision for the next 2 to 5 years?
Yeah, we absolutely do. So as a rescue, like I said, we've already started the discussions of future potential of pulling, a mama and litter. That's something that's a huge ask of ourselves financially and of our community financially. And so we've started kind of building out when and how that would look. But additionally, we've started looking at when we will grow our footprint from 5 dogs and 5 cats and how that's going to look as well. The biggest holdup currently that we have is twofold. One, financial, being a brand new rescue. Fundraising
Sure.
efforts are very hard in the beginning. And so opportunities like this are huge, but additionally, foster homes. Being new, we have to build our reputation in order to get the street cred, if you will, for people to vet us so that they know they're getting good quality connection with that rescue, and they're going to be supported as they should be. So that's the biggest holdup is just kind of getting ourselves out there, getting our name out there to get foster homes.
I think it's true. You're obviously doing a great job getting yourself out there and getting the word out there. So I think that's great. Now, do we have any plans in the future, or do you have them now, of educational outreach?
Yes, so that's actually something that we wrote into our bylaws as well as into our policies, that we do want to create educational pieces. I'm sure you've also heard of Rough Haven. They're another one that we've connected with. Yep.
I love Rough Haven. Rough Haven is got a big place in my heart because Rough Haven's premise is an extension of something that I did in 2010.
Okay.
At Friends of Animals, I created the Purple Paw Project, and it was the point of the project was to help domestic violence victims who are staying with their abusers and not going to seek help because they have an animal and there was nowhere to put the animal. So Friends of Animals, we created a program where we took them, and I love Rough Haven because, one, they do that, and they do it for millions or tons of reasons why people need help. Could be short term, could be medium term, and if it's long term, they're going to help rehome the animal. I love everything about Rough Haven.
Yes, we do too, and we have great relationships with them. And what we're looking to do is either come alongside them in the future to help support their efforts, and or to start creating our own community education. We've looked at the potential of, does that look like going into a shelter every so often and saying, hey, the last 3 months worth of adoptions, can you blast out an email and let them know we're going to come in and do some resource finding for them or sharing for them, and whatever that needs to look like, we're willing to step up to the plate.
That's great. That's just great. Well, I'm very excited for you, Lizzie. I'm very excited for you and your team at ManyPaws. I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that you're in Utah County, because I don't know that we've done a ton with Utah County. And I feel like it's been mostly Salt Lake and maybe some rural ones, but I love, that we're helping Utah County as well. Now, let's talk about the fundraiser. So we want to make sure that your fan base, our fan base already knows, but your fan base knows that the fundraiser began Monday morning, it ends Sunday at midnight, and we donate $2.50 for every item sold on the website, not every order. So a 3-pack is 3 times $2.50, a 6-pack, you get it. We have tons of swag. We have fun things. If you don't drink coffee, we have beautiful mugs. We got stuff. So we have 4.5 more days to go, and we need to get the word out among your fan base, our fan base. We've got to spread the word so that we can, write you a big old check on Monday morning. And the question is, what kind of impact would like a $200 or $300 check have on ManyPaw?
It would be huge, honestly. So I said earlier that Dizzy, one of our dogs whose own neurological case, is getting his MRI done right now as we speak. That alone was about $5,000. So to kind of give you an idea of how expensive care for animals in need truly can be, anything truly helps, anything at all. And a $300 donation would be a major chunk of that would help us to continue to support animals like Dizzy, who otherwise get overlooked and unfortunately a lot of times end up getting euthanized because the resources aren't there for them. So it makes a bigger impact than I can even say.
I have a neurologically challenged dog.
I did know that, actually.
Yeah. And and when I was adopting, I'm a foster fail. And we got her because her mom, her human mom, passed away from cancer. And the father didn't want to deal with Rosie, and he sought to have her euthanized. And I got her, because people know me here in the community, and they knew I'd lost Hugo, and they're like, "Are you ready?" This one rescue that we love, Fetch Cares, they also take elderly dogs and medically challenged and that kind of thing. And they got her, and they waited until I was mentally ready to adopt or foster. So I got her 2 years ago, and I suck at fostering. I just
me too.
Yeah,
Me
yeah,
too.
yeah. But anyway, so yes, we want to help Dizzy. We want
Yes.
to help offset the cost of Dizzy's MRI. And so we
Mhm.
got to get the word out to get people to buy. You got 4.5 more days, so we got to get cracking, Lizzie.
Yes, absolutely. If I could impress anything on anyone, like you said, it's not just coffee that you guys sell. You have your merch and your swag, but also I always say that people who don't drink coffee, I don't fully trust. So maybe buy coffee for your neighbor if you don't buy it for yourself,
That's
you
right.
know?
Oh, and by the way, the coffee's damn good.
It I have it in my cup right now and
It's
I can't
it's
agree more.
yeah, it's in 5-star resorts. It's really good coffee. We're very proud of the coffee. We're very proud of our mission, and we're really happy to partner with ManyPaws, and we hope we do it again next year. But in the meantime, we look forward to writing you a big old check on Monday.
Yes, and thank you so much for the support. Even just getting our name out there through your venue is huge for us. So thank you so much.
Of course, we appreciate everything you do. Now, Lizzie, you have a great rest of your week and a great weekend, and fingers crossed on Monday I write you a big old check.
Thank you.
Okay, have a good one.
Take
Bye.
care.